Welcome to my 100 days nuclear zombie apocalypse video. It was a challenge to survive the radiation poisoning and the mutated zombie hordes. This is by far one of the hardest videos I ever recorded, so I hope you enjoy it. Just like any new world, we need wood and starting materials. I quickly got myself a crafting table and got myself my first sword. It's a wooden sword, it's not really good. Running around, I didn't see any zombies yet, but I did see a chest, and inside the chest there were some shotgun shells and also an RPG rocket. Walking around, I was looting every building I could, and then one building in particular had a chest inside. Inside the chest, there was some amazing loot. There was a shotgun and also a bandage and a chest piece. This loot that I got is an amazing find. It's gonna help me quite a bit to survive in the zombie apocalypse. I do now have 4 shotgun shells and they're gonna go a long way. Hopefully a horde will not attack me. As the night settled in, I heard weird noises, and those noises were coming from zombies. Luckily, I did pick up a shotgun, so I was pretty safe with it for this night. I think I need a lot more bullets to survive in this nuclear zombie apocalypse. Walking around, I did also find a spawner, but luckily the spawner was not spawning in any creatures or monsters of that sort, so I had to use my wooden sword to actually break the spawner, which took quite a little bit of time, and after destroying it, I felt a lot safer to sleep the night here. Also, inside the room, there was one chest. Inside the chest, there was some good loot. There weren't any cobwebs around it, but it had a literal combat backpack, a golden apple, and also a flashlight. So this will come in useful for plenty more nights to come. Looking back at the first day, I got quite a bit of good loot. So the loot I got was a flashlight, a gun, some golden apples, bandage, and also a backpack. The backpack was not huge, but it's enough for me to carry in my loot and other equipment. This will go a long way in helping me to survive the full 100 days. And on the very next morning, I had a very rough night. I couldn't sleep because I didn't have a bed, and I was always awake, seeing if the zombies would attack me at any moment. But to protect myself against the hordes, I need more ammo, more guns, and especially for nighttime, I need a bed. So this was my next course of action. Looking through the window, I did notice that there was a chest, and it was actually placed here not a long time ago because I did not cover in cobwebs, but inside of it I did find some good loot, and one very unique object was a heart piece. I'm not sure what I can use it for, but either way I will get it, and hopefully it's gonna come in useful in the near future. Walking about some more, there was another chest inside a building, and inside of it I did find some, well, a little bit of ammunition and also a sleeping bag. This I can use to actually sleep the nights, and this is actually a really good upgrade. Finally, I have a bed that I can sleep on. After some more nights, I did decide to actually go mining, and luckily for me, I did find quite a bit of iron. I can use the iron to craft myself a diamond sword, armor, and also a pickaxe. But unluckily also for me, I did not find anything else apart from iron. Coming back home, I had enough iron to craft myself an iron set and also iron tools. But speaking of, this base that I'm staying at is actually a really good place. I'm planning to build up defenses for it and make this my temporary base for a few more nights before heading off and building my own mansion. Before heading off to bed, I did get myself prepared one last time, and I was ready to head out in the next morning. I look like an absolute champ, and the equipment that I have will protect me from any zombie bites that might occur. One thing, although I am lacking, is bullets. I only have 24 shots on my shotgun, and I'd like quite a bit more if I'm willing to survive the full 100 days. Having actually this sleeping bag helps quite a bit because I don't have to now try and survive the lonely nights alone in the darkness, because you never know where the zombies might be coming from, and they can also spawn in the night. So they spawn in like below me on the upper level, and then they climb down and try and take a bite out of me, so you just have to be on the lookout all the time, but not anymore. Now I'm a free man. Just scavenging around and killing all the mutated zombies around me, I was actually losing quite a bit of ammo. And to craft ammo, you need creepers for gunpowder. But unluckily, creepers don't spawn in, or at least they are very rare and underground. And I don't want to spend days underground farming creepers. On the upper level, I did notice that there was a spawner and also a crater, and the crater was caused by some bombardment, but I don't know what bomb caused this. It could have been a nuclear one because the crater would have been a lot bigger, so it's not that big of a deal. But still, this seemed like a war zone and a war-torn city, so I had to be very careful in case any bandits are also lurking here on top of the zombies. Running along, I did also find some brewing stands and also 2 more spawners. Something told me that this might have been an experimentation facility back in the day because of like the fencing and also the science stuff, but who knows. Either way, I got myself an anvil and I'm practically ready to upgrade my loot. Just need to find some enchanting books. The night set in a lot quicker than I anticipated, and I decided to sleep the night in a random building instead of actually going back to my base. Inside of the house there were quite a bit of walkers and I got rid of them with my gun, but luckily for me I also found a chest with some loot. Inside the chest there was the legendary AK-47. I also noticed that my inventory space was running out, so I had to get a bigger backpack or sort out my inventory by leaving out all the garbage that I don't need behind. Either way, I got myself a new gun and it's an amazing one. A 75 round magazine is all I need to kill all the zombies in this world. Luckily for me, I did still have my trusty old sleeping bag and I set it out and I was ready to head to bed, and this day was actually really good. I made some good progress, I found quite a bit of loot, and also I didn't return to the base and decided to sleep in this fortified building because there are so many zombies outside roaming around. On the next day, I did set out to find some hordes and also test out my AK-47. This gun was legendary and I actually was really happy to shoot from it. It's an automatic, but I am gonna use it in single mode for precision's sake because I don't have endless ammunition. There were quite a bit more zombies than I anticipated, but me armored up to infinity, I did get rid of them and they were not a threat at all. Running around, I did also find a single chest in a room, and the chest had an enchanted golden apple. It's a crazy spawn rate. They don't even spawn if you don't have them modded in, but here we are and they are absolutely beasts. The fact that I found one is an amazing stroke of luck, and I will actually savor it for a very special occasion in case I get overrun by like a huge amount of zombies. In a different chest, I did also find a brand new backpack. That's exactly what I need, and also other materials that can help me out in surviving this world. But the backpack was an amazing find because my current backpack doesn't have a lot of slots. You can also place the backpack inside of a backpack for increased inventory size, so that's a little hack for you. But the space inside of it was amazing. I can literally fit all of my inventory inside the backpack and be ready to carry plenty more because of the amount of space that it got me. I am really happy with the backpack and it also looks huge on my back. And as usual, I did decide to actually sleep the night in a completely random building, and today's find was actually really good. I got a lot more loot than I was expecting and actually got huge upgrades. But either way, I got my little bed and I am ready to sleep the night and head on forth onto the next day to see where it leads. I know for a fact that all the loot that I collected will come in very useful in the coming days. Running around on a brand new day, I did actually encounter a very crazy thing, and that was a literal bomb. This bomb did not explode. It's literally filled into the ground. I'm not sure if it's nuclear, you guys tell me in the comments, but either way, beside it there were also some chests with some really good loot, a few bullets, and also some weed, and the bomb did not blow up, so that was actually an interesting experience that I noticed. Usually they blow up. I did not feel safe beside this warhead, so I decided to leave. Running around in a cave, I did also find a diamond stack. So the diamonds are actually really good and it's my first time finding them in this world. I will use them to craft myself some better armor and better equipment to protect myself against the zombie bites and zombie hordes, especially with zombie hordes increasing every other night. It's getting more dangerous as time goes on. Running around on the outside world, I did also find some great copper and antennas and also ingots and other stuff. I'm not sure what to use it for now, but in the future I did find a use for it, so it was actually a very good find. This chest also spawned not inside a building, but underneath a radio tower, which is super dope. I did also take time to reflect on what I would do on the next day. With the equipment that I found, the radio tower I can actually build back at my base. So it's about time that I maybe settle down. Someone might be trying to communicate over the radio tower and I need to listen carefully. On the next day, I did also hear zombies from up top on the very top floor. They came in piling down on me, so I decided to shoot them. Luckily, I have a sleeping bag now, so I'm not scared of zombies piling in from nowhere, but this is frankly how it happened in the first few nights. I had to watch my back at all times, which was very scary and just not a pleasant experience. Either way, clearing these zombies was not very difficult now because I was actually geared up this time with a lot of guns and a lot of equipment to protect myself against their zombie bites. Coming up to the top floor, I reloaded my AK, and when the coast was clear, I did decide to loot the chest that was entangled in all the cobwebs. To get to the actual chest, I had to destroy the cobweb, and inside was some good loot. It had some wheels and some ammunition, so hopefully I can get a car running very soon if I find one. Seeing this type of loot also spawn in the vicinity also means that there is a car nearby. As the sun was setting in, I did notice that there were quite a bit of zombies following me from all the looting that I did. I decided to open fire on them, and luckily the AK did not disappoint because I sprayed and prayed, and guess what? All the zombies died and I got myself to safety. But either way, AK is by far my favorite gun in this current world at the moment if I have to choose between an AK and a shotgun. The shotgun is very good in close range, but because of the AK, I can actually be more precise over distance. And even such a big horde does not scare me anymore as much because I do have long distance guns. I keep the zombies at bay and just shoot them. That is my survival strategy and it works every time. Running around some more, I did decide that it was time to settle down. I did not have a base yet, well, at least a homemade kind of base. I only slept inside already generated houses, which was not safe and not as cool as having your own fortified base. But either way, I did find a piece of ground to lay my base on. Before starting to build my base, I did decide to get some more cobblestone, some more resources, and just overall more materials to get the base going and make it look really, really good. The base needs to have a tower, lava fencing, turrets, and also a rocket launcher. That's right, don't forget this is a nuclear apocalypse. I did fill up this place with more dirt because I want it very flat and equal, because I want my base to be actually on equal ground where I can actually place myself some more unique buildings and equipment and it'd be like on one level, so I wouldn't have to fortify it in different manners and the zombies couldn't just jump over a fencing if I had one. Scavenging a bit more, I did also find a literal truck, which is an amazing find. And yeah, this truck, I can actually repair it because I did already get 2 wheels, if I'm not mistaken, from a chest before. All that's left is a few more pieces, and this baby will be up and running like a beauty. Hopefully, I'm gonna travel the apocalypse in it, and I can even transfer nuclear weapons on the back of it because of its huge size. In the end, I did have to expand the base quite a little bit further beyond because I did actually want a bigger base. I want a very, very big garden all around, a big fence going everywhere, and also protection, so like a lava pit and also turrets that will protect my base against any zombie attacks. And I also want a very big base. Upon hearing more screams from zombies just around the corner, I was right. There is quite a bit horde of them, and I did disperse of them with my guns. But nevertheless, the zombies pose not a big threat while they're still in small numbers. I know that there can be huge hordes, but I haven't encountered one yet. And there are also spawners here. That zombie had a mask and my light suddenly went out, so I had to shoot them in the dark, which was pretty scary. It's like a horror game now. And after getting rid of the zombies, I did also notice that there was an enchanting table. I quickly picked it up, and also I did notice that there was a secret chest beside furnaces. So I took the furnaces, and inside the chest was some really good loot. It had bandages and also a trucking engine. I quickly grabbed the engine because the engine I can use for the truck that I found, so I'm halfway to building that car already. It's gonna be an amazing car when I do finish building it. I am using a special kind of block to build my base, and that's because I want it to look pretty. I'm also not gonna build it from wood, primarily because I don't want it catching fire at all. Fire is bad, and I will have a lava pit going around, so it's not the smartest decision to have a wooden base. It will also have 2 floors, which is going to be amazing, and I'm going to separate the base out into different compartments where I store all of the loot that I need and equipment. So the outer layer of my base is practically ready, and it's looking beautiful. It's going to be a very big base, and I will also have a second floor, most likely be my bed, my master bedroom. Now, you might say, why am I gonna build wood instead of my house? Isn't wood gonna catch fire? Well, no, because the wood is only on the inside. It's gonna be my walking floor. Outside will be all stone and glass, and there's only gonna be fire outside. So, as you can see, the outer layer of the house is going along nicely. I do have the literal stone built very good. I do have some windows already ready to be made. All that I need is a little bit of sand and a couple of furnaces, and I even got a staircase going. So this place is about to be very cool and very unique. Seeing as I will have a lava pit around my base, I did actually choose to get myself a stone fence. And why stone? Because it's not going to catch fire. 1. 2, it does look scary and protective. I just don't know. The stone material has like a sort of vibe to it that lets me know that I'm safe. Like, there's no way zombies are going to go around it. I did decide to actually get back to the actual truck, and I do have 6 wheels, 1 engine, and also a seat. So this should be enough to get the truck up and running, and the truck will be like a huge upgrade for my movement kind of capabilities. I really want to travel the world and also find a nuclear power station that I can get some good loot from, but either way, here we are. The truck is getting along very nicely. No, this isn't a trucker in a zombie apocalypse video, this is a nuclear apocalypse video, but either way, the truck is up and running, and it looks absolutely amazing. It has a lot of gears that I can shift free and increase my speed, so this is definitely a very good upgrade, and I'm gonna make use of it and scavenge even more loot over a longer distance. And finally, getting back home, it was already daytime, but I did notice that the truck does not have a parking garage. So I think I need to get the truck somehow parked beside my base, but in the meantime, it's gonna be just sitting here on this road. Either way, it looks really nice. I like the color black, and it's gonna be an amazing ride. I did get the glass fitted into my base, and it's actually a really good spot to build a base because the sunset looks absolutely amazing from this view. As you can see, I have a very open area here where I can actually see the sunrise and sunset. It's definitely one of the better places in this world. And the ladder going onto the second floor is finished. Well, not the ladder, but the staircase, and I did actually use 2 different wood types. I think it looks very unique, and it kind of has a vibe to it. Well, here we are. The second floor of the house is right here. All that's left is to build the actual walls. To finish this day off, I do want to say that we had massive progress. It's about time for me to hit the sack, and yeah, the truck still does not have a garage, but I will get one for it in the meantime, so hopefully in the next few coming days. So here I did finish off the roof, and the roof does look really good. I did decide to get a stone end, and yeah, the stone does look perfectly cool with like the other stone material, and yeah, I think the base is pretty much ready for me to move in finally and move in all of my chests and stuff and crafting materials. So yeah, I think this is my main base now. Driving a little bit forward, I did notice that there was a literal rocket launcher pad. So I don't know what kind of rocket this is, if it's a fuel supply to the Mars mission, if it's a nuclear warhead, if it's even like just a rocket from SpaceX from Elon Musk. Well, I don't know, but either way, there was quite a bit of zombies around them, so I had to shoot all the zombies dead before they could have gotten and bitten me. Luckily, I had enough bullets in my AK-47 to actually get rid of all the zombies, but they did start breaking the floor beneath me, and it was such a crazy battle that I think I had to run away, because the zombies are just too strong. There's too many of them. They have increased in difficulty a lot because of the long time that I survived already, so they're gonna get even stronger from now on. And yeah, I think the AK is like practically not even that good anymore, so I think I need like a weapon upgrade. Just like any sane person, when I finished killing off the zombies, I did decide to come up closer and press the green or no, press the red button. But the red button did do something magical, so you can just see for yourself. And I'm not sure what happened really after, so I don't know what would have happened even when I was pressing it. I thought that maybe this would be the end of the video, but if it would be, well, it'd be worth it, to be honest. But either way, I was pretty sure that I wouldn't die. I think I was all good. But yeah, the red button has been pressed and the rocket literally started doing its thing. It was one of the craziest things that ever happened to me in Minecraft. So yeah, the rocket thing, it was crazy. I expected a lot of stuff to happen, but I did not expect this to happen. So yeah, we are in a nuclear apocalypse, and finding stuff like this just scattered around the world is, I think, the norm now. Well, it's definitely not normal for me, but either way, I think it's really dope and cool that this thing even spawned in, or someone left it behind, or maybe it didn't kind of get destroyed by the nuclear blast. But yeah, the rocket spun away into the outer world and it never came back. Maybe it landed somewhere, maybe it went to Mars, maybe it went back to Earth and exploded something in the vicinity. I don't know, but I will maybe find out in the near future if I adventure a little bit more. Driving a little bit onwards, I did also find some red bricks, and the red bricks look really nice. I did collect quite a few of them because I think they will look really good with my base. And yeah, the base will get an upgrade with red bricks. It's gonna be looking really nice and pretty, and I think it will go very well with the other stone materials that I have. Also, going inside of a building, I did notice that there was a zombie horde attacking me. It was really dark and I didn't feel comfortable, but either way, I did battle my way through and defeated the zombies. It was a tough fight, but the zombies just kept piling on to me. They were falling from the skies, from the upper floors, and it was just a crazy thing to experience. I did climb the ladder back up, and I killed every single zombie along the way. Exploring even more buildings, I also noticed a chest, and one of the chests was actually a pretty good spawn, and it did actually have an NCR helmet, which was a big upgrade for me. 1 emerald, some golden blocks, and also bandages, and it's just such a good loot upgrade that I decided to actually wear it, and I did look pretty cool with it. The loot definitely saved me in the coming days when I had to fight a huge zombie horde, so overall I am very well impressed with the loot and kind of the materials that I received so far, although I could be maybe a bit more adventurous, and maybe if I did mine a little bit more, I would have just a little bit better loot. But either way, it all got replaced now with super high quality loot, so it doesn't even matter now. All that's left is for me to find even more guns. Now that I did finish building my house, if you guys did not forget, I was saying that I wanted to divide the house up into multiple pieces, so multiple rooms, I would say. One of them would be a chest room, where I would keep all of my chests and all my materials and everything I collected over the 100 days period. The other room would be a literal TV room, and the upstairs would be the master bedroom. It's not a master bedroom yet, and there is thunder, but it will be very soon, and my bed will be a lot bigger. I'm pretty sure I can get a bigger bed than this. I also finished the house up by lighting it up with torches and making it overall prettier with furniture. So I did just finish sleeping my first night in the house, well, at least the finished one. It looks really good, but I did forget one thing, and that is the garden. The garden looks absolutely dreadful, and I will need to do a lot to fix it. So a lot more turrets, maybe a farm going and stuff like that. It will be a lot better than it is right now. For this case right here, I'm going to be using red bricks, and as you guys already know, if you remember, I did get the bricks by breaking a house and a structure beforehand. But yeah, I think the red bricks are going to be looking really, really good. It's going to give like a really good contrast to the house and the overall appearance of the house. So that's why I'm going to be using them. So it did turn out really, really good. It's looking really nice. The house and the overall texture of the brick are like a good contrast. I did also plant a tree for like kind of a vibe, a few trees around the base. But yeah, my truck's parked here, and the truck is going to be staying like in that place permanently. It's like the parking spot for it. Hopefully I'll get more vehicles in time. I couldn't sleep, so I knew something was wrong, and when I actually went downstairs, I did notice that there were quite a bit of zombies actually outside, so it's a good thing that I did build a literal fence around my base to protect myself against this exact kind of scenario. So I did play it smart, but yeah, either way, the zombies are not gonna leave, so I had to shoot them myself in the end. It was quite a dangerous job, but I did manage to kind of kill all of them. I used my favorite gun, my shotgun, because it does like so much damage and it's a one-shot, so it's like my best gun. I didn't know what to do because the zombies are really, really hardcore. They're actually really fast and they're pretty smart. They also started to break blocks underneath me, so that kind of caught me off guard, and there were so many of them inside my building, I was actually scared. So the only thing I could do was actually kind of protect myself, but yeah, the zombies just broke everything around me, and that was like a crazy thing. But either way, one thing that I can do is shoot them dead. I had to reload my gun quickly before one of them actually took a bite out of me, so I got him though, and I was pretty much safe. But either way, this night absolutely destroyed my base and destroyed all the hard work I put in, so it was actually a really, really bad night for me. When I took a closer look, I did actually see the full extent of the damage, and it was actually dreadful. My heart stopped for a little bit because I spent so much time actually making this house look beautiful and pretty, and it's just all gone to vain. I'm gonna have to rebuild all of it, and it's gonna take me a lot of time. A few days passed and I did manage to rebuild. I rebuilt my storage facility, my enchanting table, my sleeping kind of thing, my staircase, everything I worked on. I kind of rebuilt it because I do have the materials. I know how to do all of it, so it wasn't a problem. But yeah, it did take me quite a bit of time, but here we are, and I'm pretty much ready for a new zombie attack, no matter how big. My biggest loss in the attack was actually losing my truck. As you guys can see, I did try to dig out the truck, kind of get it out, but it's just stuck. There's absolutely nothing I can do to get it out, and I'm thinking on how to maybe get the spare materials off it for maybe like a future truck, because this one, it's stuck in the ground. There's no way it's getting out of there, so that's unfortunate. After a few days, I did actually get myself a defense build up, and that is a lava pit all around my base. It did take me quite a few trips to the lava pits, but there was one near me, so it wasn't that difficult. But if you guys didn't notice, also I used stone for all of my materials, and that's because the stone will not catch fire. So this will be kind of a good defense against any other major zombie attacks. The next few nights when I walked outside, I did notice big hordes of zombies all around, but there was one catch: they couldn't get into my base and attack me like the previous time, and that is because I did have my lava defenses from now on. And yeah, that means the zombies literally have no possible way to get on here. The next few days, I was actually looting quite a bit of chests all around me, so the buildings have quite a bit of loot in them, and the chests are also filled with goodies. As I was scavenging for more loot, my lucky day has finally struck, because I did notice one vehicle did spawn in, and that was a fire truck. The fire truck was actually a really, really good truck. Thing is, I never drove one before, so I didn't have any parts for it, but I know that you can actually find the parts around where the truck spawns. It wasn't difficult in getting all the right parts that I needed, and I did actually manage to fit on all the wheels for the truck, and also the seat and the engine. The truck got up and running. It was actually a really, really cool experience, because I never drove one before. I drove plenty of cars in this mod, but never a fire truck. I fueled the baby up, and we were ready to head out. Finally, the day has come where I'm a literal fireman fighting fire hazards and stuff like that, so that was definitely an experience. But let's not forget that this is actually a zombie apocalypse video, so I am not a fireman. Well, not in this video at least. Behind the wheel, I felt like the truck was actually just like my previous one, so it wasn't any worse or any better, and I actually did like the color of it, because the red color is like very unique to this apocalypse-ridden world, and it's very easy to spot now. But yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna park it up beside my base, but I will somehow make maybe like a bridge forward. Either way, I really like the color. As you all know, my previous truck actually got destroyed, and that kind of got me bummed out for quite a while, because I was actually carless. I couldn't travel like a far distance without navigating by my feet, and the hordes of zombies are really dangerous, but yeah, this truck saved my life, and I'm really happy that I received it. During the middle of the night, I did decide to actually go out and get myself some more materials. That was actually a little mistake, because there are hordes of zombies roaming at night, but I thought that inside my truck I was safe and I could ram them over. Either way, I can always get out and kill them with my gun, because I have a lot of ammunition and I did come packing. Zombie hordes are no threat to me no more. The battle was quite easy, and I think I've got my guns to say thanks to, but either way, when I actually got into this neighborhood at first, there weren't a lot of zombie hordes, so it's actually pretty weird that after some time of me kind of relocating here and getting my base set up, that the zombie hordes decided to roam this place. But let this be a lesson to all of you: never jump out of a moving vehicle, because this is what happens. I try to get my truck out, but to no avail. I think I need like a sponge, or maybe like to kind of build it out with blocks in the daytime, but not right now at least. So yeah, never make my mistake. Stop the truck before jumping out of it. Traveling deeper into the caves, I did also encounter the gas, the bad gas that was kind of killing me bit by bit, but I did also manage to find a gas mask quite quickly, and also some more loot. It was really a good find, and I decided to actually venture even deeper into the caves for even better equipment, and the gas mask did provide me sufficient kind of air quality and air supply, and I was feeling very safe. I can't say so for the zombies who are also stuck here, because they must have died from all this gas poisoning. So running about in mines some more, I did actually encounter quite a bit of zombies, and I got rid of the zombies with my trusty AK-47. Yeah, I know, it's not even like we're playing Minecraft. Got the gas mask on, got the AK-47, killing zombies and looting chests, just seeing some loot that I could find. But yeah, this chest did also give me a golden apple, which was really good. So after finally returning back to the base, I did actually manage to get rid of my inventory clutter and put it all inside the chests. I am getting quite a bit of loot now, and getting even like a bigger chest room would be like very wise of me. I did also get a gas mask, which was a really good upgrade if I ever want to get back into the mines deep down underground. But yeah, the backpack and my inventory provide me quite a bit of space, and I can actually haul a lot of loot by hand on my expeditions from now on. The base is also looking really good, and my gear is also really awesome as well. I've got my TV on, and I also have an enchanting table. Looting some more buildings, I did also find even more cool stuff, and this chest in particular had a minecart and some bandages, and also quite a bit of ammo for my gun. So I do have a shotgun and an AK-47, and I am really looking for a gun upgrade, but I'm not getting as lucky as I was before, so that's pretty unfortunate. And who said you can't have fun in a zombie apocalypse? Yeah, it's the nuclear apocalypse, everyone's dead, zombies everywhere, players are enemies and bandits who are trying to kill you, but not everything's bad. I did get a minecart and I placed it on the tracks, and it was actually a pretty good ride. I actually enjoyed it, and I reminiscent about the past, before the apocalypse, before everything got destroyed and absolute hell began on Earth. Before everything, I was just a man trying to survive. Before I knew it, it was already dusk, and I had to somehow try and get back home. But I don't know how far away I was from home, so it would likely take me quite a while to actually get back home on foot. And after a while, I did actually encounter a zombie horde that I crashed into, and considering this part of the railway, the tracks is so dark, I had absolutely no visibility. So when I did finally greet the zombies head on, I was actually not surprised at all. So I opened up fire with my AK-47, reloaded it, and finished off the last few zombies. While traveling, I was not expecting a horde of this size at all, but either way I used up all of my AK-47 ammunition and I killed most of the zombies. The horde was absolutely huge. Either way, I was quite a bit away from my base and it would take me quite a while to actually get back, which is really unfortunate. Luckily for me, I do have quite a bit of supplies on myself, so this journey won't be as deadly as it would be like maybe on day one when I didn't have any gear. While on rails, I did also think, why am I even here? And I did remember that both of my trucks got kind of stuck. My fire truck is possibly savable, so maybe I can save it from the mess that it's in, but it will take some time. So yeah, at the moment, I'm just trying to focus on getting back to my base. Running back home, I did encounter another car spawn. So the car was actually, again, not in drivable condition. I have to get it sorted first, get the engine, the car parts, the wheels, the seats. But still, this car used to bring a lot of happiness to people who had it before me, before the apocalypse. So how the apocalypse turned everything upside down is really unfortunate. I finally did get my car unstuck, and I was so happy that I actually received it back, because if I had the car from the metro, I would have been back home a lot faster. But no, I had to run by foot and also by metro and encounter a lot of hordes, zombies, and spend quite a bit of time traveling. But either way, I got my truck back and I'm very happy with that. Finally being back home did actually humble me quite a bit, because my bed here and the life that I got going for me in the 100 days did actually amount to quite a bit, and it was actually really unfortunate remembering like how life used to be before you could just make a house, a dirt farm, and live life like a true Minecraftian, but no, not anymore. I did forget one last final thing, and that is the garage for my fire truck. And yeah, I know it's a nuclear apocalypse, but I am driving a fire truck, which is like really misleading. But here we are. The garage is looking absolutely amazing. I spent quite some time on it as well just now, but here it is, it's finished. But yeah, here we are, day 100 finally completed. My base has a literal 2-story house, lava defense, bridge, also a tower, watch post, and also a garage for my cars. If this ain't the best base I ever built, well, I don't know what is. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.